Hmm?
You look like the one who has the shit together. You can start.
Welcome to a new short video from Priska and myself, love relationship. Um, we just had how would we call it? A meltdown? No,
Yeah, a clash.
a clash, a row. I don't know how you want to call it. Um, and we want to share some of the insights actually that we got from this. Um, I'm not going very much into what has been said, but in the end, what it was about was that I come from a relationship where there was uh, lots of time. The focus was on negativity, not from me, but from my partner that I was with back then. Um, and then I met Priska, and we were in this group, this meditation group, and she really struck me as being this very bright, light woman who was talking about magical things and who was saying stuff like, "Yeah, I'm very into movies like La La Land and things because this is for me a reason that I can go into the magic and that the world is not so hard and because." She gave me the feeling that she was this romantic being and light, and also the work she did. She was working with women who she wanted to um, empower, make them the best, lightest version of themselves. So I created some sort of an image of Priska, and at that moment the image was true because when you first meet, you always see a part of a person. You never see like the whole layered person. So I thought, yeah, well, wow, oh, this woman. Um, and then, well, we met. I'm not going to too much into that because you can see it in another video how we met. And I was really enthralled, and uh, and but I realized not then. I realized later that I had made some sort of an image of Priska, an image that I also wanted. So it was also a wanting out of me, and it was not a very realistic image. I saw that later, and at one point today, I said I was very emotional. I had to cry, and I said, "Yes, at one point, you, I was, I have been disappointed." In the first place I said in you, and later I specified it in the image that I made. And this triggered so much in Priska. Um, I don't know if you wanna.
I still cannot really speak. Yeah, it obviously still triggers me. I even had to go on vomiting, and I never vomit when he said that. And the fact is, he also said that he doesn't, in the same sentence, that he doesn't want to lose me and that I'm golden to him, but I didn't even hear that anymore. I just heard, I was disappointed in you, and you're not the woman, or in my head, I heard, you're not the woman I thought you would be. And this just triggered so much in me because I've been carrying this somehow for a longer time, because Bas often said you are, or often regularly said that I was quite heavy person, and that I was dealing very, like that I had many struggles and more struggles than he thought I would have because of what I do and who he thought I was. And yeah, I just felt like a disappointment that I was that I'm just a big letdown, And for me, this is such a big trigger to let people down, and especially the one man I love so much. Ah, yeah, and therefore I had this massive reaction, and really, I always talk about the kitchen floor moments that I had, but now I had a bath floor moment, and it hurt, like everything in me hurted, and now I still am hurt. It's not that I'm over it yet, but what actually my big takeout is that I came back down then at one point, and we talked about it, what happened, and that boss said, yes, you didn't listen to the whole thing, because I actually said it was my idea of who you are and who you were, and I felt like, yeah, but god damn it, I mean, like, I have been this person, but so much shit happened, and I have to deal with so many factors, and with such a new life, and of course this does something with me, and I'm not the person who wants to stuff down, but I want to just live through it. And yes, probably I have been on the negative side, this is true, like negative in sense of that I just was more wording out the things that were not working instead of the things that are working. And I actually teach this stuff, and of course also I have my pitfalls and forget sometimes about where to focus on. But what really hit me is when he then started to cry himself again and said that he loves me very much and that he doesn't want to lose me, and that but that he knows that it's his own responsibility what he says, and that when he, for example, says you are too heavy, that I can just stay in my strength and say, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm dealing here with my own stuff, and if this is too heavy for you, this is your own responsibility, instead of thinking, oh my god, I'm too heavy, I have to change something, where is my lightness? Because this is what I do. I always take the things, or always, very often, when somebody tells me you are or you do, I think, oh, I'm guilty, I have to change something to make the other person happy. And I really need some help there, because I feel like, damn, with myself, when I was single, I could do that so much, so clearly, or so much better with things or people. And now I don't know, since I'm with you, I have the feeling when I just have the feeling that you're not happy, it just makes me so sad, and I feel like, oh my god, I have to somehow change it for you, and I know I cannot do that because I can only do me. I mean, like, if I would be too heavy for him, yes, then this is how it would be, then we wouldn't be a match, right? Because I can only do me.
Yes.
I cannot be somebody who I'm not. I cannot be a fairy when I'm actually more the warrioress, or more the one who just go through the mud.
Yeah.
And I'm still, I still believe in magic very much. And
this is cool, and I believe in magic as well. What I mostly took out of this, what happened was that several things actually. One thing was, for example, that you can build a whole reality based on an image that you have created, an unrealistic image that you have been created. And it's not, because this is what I wanted to make clear to Priska, because when she came down, she said something like, yeah, but you are disappointed in me. And then I said, no, stop, this is not what I said. I said, I have been disappointed in you. So what I also took out of is that, and I do it myself as well. Sometimes you are in an emotion and then you just speak your mind. But words have so much power. If you change one word into another one, the whole message can become a different thing. And I really wanted to make clear, baby, I'm not disappointed. I have been disappointed based on an image that I have created, which wasn't true actually, because nobody can only be light. And because I came out of a relationship that was quite heavy, whenever there is a period of time that things come up, so that the frequency of heavy things go up, then this old feeling gets triggered again in me. And this is my responsibility. This is something I have to deal with. I have to address and I have to nurture or whatever I want to do with it. And it's totally not Priska's responsibility. Um,
Yeah, what I can say is, I have to also to say that this always has been a bit my fear, because I remember that also when we weren't meeting yet in real life, I said, I'm a bit afraid that I'm not the woman you think I am, because I have my dark sides, and he was always like, yes, but I want to figure it out on my own. And of course you cannot, yeah, you can only know by living it or being with that person. And I was really, really afraid that he could be disappointed. And now to hear that it happened, it hurt so much. It hurt so much that I would not be the woman he imagined he was looking for to meet, because I know that he was craving so much for his lightness. And it was so sad for me to hear that, yes, that he didn't get what he actually wanted or was looking for.
yeah, and this is what most of times happened. And I understand the disappointment or what
Pain.
the pain of Priska. I understand that, but what we people mostly do is, this is just something that is in us. I don't know why, and this is one of my things that I really want to train in myself, but also in people, is listen to the first listen to the whole message, and try also to focus on the positive thing, because I also said in the same piece, I said I have been disappointed, but I never want to lose you. You are golden to me. You are the most special thing that ever has happened to me, and I love you to bits. And but this then doesn't get picked up, because the word disappointment overflows, overshadows the whole other piece of the message. Um, I work in special needs education, and like 1.5 years ago, I started in my class, whenever I gave some criticism on the behavior of a student, I always also gave 3 compliments, and not like so obvious, like, you have been bad, but your trousers are good, you write very neatly, and not this obvious. To create more of a balance between negative and positive. And this really worked so tremendously well. I really saw the children grow just because they got compliments. And this, for some reason, we human beings are not good in that. Also, when you ask people, say 3 negative things about yourself and say 3 positive things, the negative things, whoops, and the positive things always are a struggle to, I actually only have one. It's so hard to find 3 positive things. So I really think we have to work. We as human beings have to work on that. Um, yeah, this.
Mm. Yeah, it's certainly a good point. And I think when you're in emotions, it's a different story, because I think this was more related to the whole heaviness that we were experiencing um, lately. Yes, because so much, yeah, just so much stuff comes up. And I also am. I have the opinion that when two people like us coming together in such a consciousness, and such an awareness, like the old things just come up and you cannot stuff them down. I know nobody of us wants to stuff them down and just like inviting them in. But it certainly is a good thing to also word out, and this is what Bas brought in today's discussion. And we also word out more the things that are very well in our relationship, because there are gazillions of beautiful moments in every day. I just feel them and appreciate them, and I just don't word it out so much. Yeah.
I saw a piece of myself that I wrote, I don't know, a long time ago, about emotional intimacy, and that in short, this was about that to many people,
Intimacy.
emotional intimacy in a relationship is when you can talk about your grief, when you feel the safe space to talk about your pain, the triggers, and this, of course, this needs space as well. But for me, emotional intimacy as well, as important as the other part, is talking about your passion, what makes you happy, what makes you thrive, what makes you buzz. these things as well. And sometimes when you are in the day-to-day flow, you tend to forget this, and you only word out, well, you didn't put the garbage out, or you didn't respond well in a good manner to me, instead of, I really love it so much what you just did for me. Oh, it makes me so giggly inside when you watch me like that. Um, yeah, this actually. So I'm not saying that you should not speak out every feeling, every trigger, every fear, every anxiety that's inside of you, but I also think there should be created more of a balance. So this was actually the start of our conversation, and this culminated into a cry fest.
Yeah. Now you know how I look like a panda.
Yes. And I have to get my kids now.
Yeah.
So I am going to say thank you very much for watching, and please, we always love when you respond to our videos, because we can learn as much from you as you hopefully can learn from us. So please, in the comments or in emails, just respond. And thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
And for you,
huh?
when I say that you mean very much to me and that you are golden to me, I really mean it. And whatever happens, I really want you to always feel that inside of you, how precious you are to me. Yeah? Bye!
My God, what for a video? Messy!
Oh, no, it doesn't go out.